From a distance, the giant circles floating silently on the ocean could be mistaken for mysterious installations, military devices, or strange oceanic sculptures. But inside them live millions of the world's most valuable marine creatures, raised not as an experiment, but as part of a seafood industry worth billions of dollars a year. This is more than farming, it's a revolution in open ocean aquaculture, where technology, artificial intelligence, and advanced farming techniques combine to feed the world. Among these species, Atlantic salmon stands as the symbol of high-tech aquaculture. In the frigid waters of northern Europe, each floating pen holds up to 150,000 fish, monitored by 360 degrees underwater cameras and sensors that track temperature, current, oxygen levels, and overall fish health. The collected data is analyzed like in a smart factory at sea, enabling farmers to control disease, optimize growth, and forecast harvests months in advance. Today, salmon is not only a gourmet delicacy but also an economic engine worth billions annually. Norway, the salmon capital of the world, exports more than 1.3 million tons each year. From delicate sashimi in Japan to quick salmon burgers in the US, leaving its mark on global cuisine. If salmon is a stationary species, then bluefin tuna is the ocean's relentless warrior. Once only wild caught, it is now farmed by capturing young tuna, transferring them into massive offshore pens, and fattening them on live bait fish for months. Each pen can measure up to 80 meters in diameter, as deep as an 8-story building, and hold hundreds of tuna weighing 80 to 250 kilograms. Once they reach the ideal size, they are shipped to Japan, where a single fish can sell for hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Yet, this model remains controversial, as stable captive breeding is not yet possible, and feed demand is enormous. 10 to 15 kilograms of baitfish are required for every kilogram of tuna produced. Next comes the lobster, the tropical treasure of the sea. Across Vietnam, Indonesia, the Philippines, and northern Australia, fishers raise lobsters on bamboo rafts, with small cages hanging below, each containing 20 to 50 juveniles. Large rafts can hold thousands. Lobsters are highly sensitive to temperature, currents, and water quality. A sudden change can wipe out entire stocks. But if farmers succeed, the reward is substantial, $30 to $100 per kilo. Vietnam alone produces around 2.000 tons of lobster annually, worth over $200 million, mostly exported to China, Hong Kong, and Japan. For many coastal families, lobster farming is their lifeline. If you want to farm seafood without feeding, without disease risk, and still make a profit, look at oysters. More than just food. Oysters are nature's living water filters, each filtering up to 190 liters of water daily, removing harmful algae and excess plankton. They are grown in hanging baskets or mesh trays in clean, calm bays, producing over 5 million tons annually. France earns over $500 million a year from its oyster industry, while Asian nations rapidly expand their production. Finally, there's the ancient sturgeon, the source of the ocean's black gold caviar. It takes up to 10 years of careful farming before the precious roe can be harvested. The process is carried out in sterile conditions with surgical precision. Each kilogram of caviar can fetch up to $25,000, making sturgeon farms floating living banks. The global industry produces about 400 tons a year, with China accounting for 60% of the supply. From salmon and tuna to lobsters, oysters, and sturgeon, floating ocean cages are now home to an industry worth billions. They prove that the future of seafood isn't hidden deep on the seafloor, it floats on the waves, in circles of steel filled with technology, sustainability, and hope.